Rock and Roll Geek Show 1298.
Still rocking after all these years.
This is the story of my rock and roll butler.
This is it, the show that started it all. Often imitated, but never equal. From San Francisco, USA, online since 2004. It's the one and only Rock and Roll Geek Show. With the original Rock and Roll Geek, Michael Butler.
Welcome to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. My name's Michael Butler. Thanks a lot for joining me. I really appreciate it. Today is Thursday, May 30th, 2024. It's 1:16 p.m. I'm up in the Mountain House. I will tell you all about that and all how my personal life is starting to get on the upswing, but the last 2 weeks has been in the effing shitter. So I'll elaborate on that in a little bit. I got a lot of new music to play today. I was planning on doing the show earlier, but never got around to it because of the shit that's going on in my life. But and then I was driving up to the Mountain House and I got a message from Sven from Torpedo Head and say, "Hey, did you play my new song yesterday?" Because he always lets me do the world premiere when he releases a new song. He does a heavy social media promotion and all that stuff that the millennials, the kids today do. And usually, he'll send it to me a week ahead of time and ask me if I can play it a few days before it's officially released. And I honestly forgot, and I was driving up yesterday and he said, "Hey, did you play my new song?" And I said, "Oh shit, I'll do it tomorrow, I promise." So I had to scramble to do a show today. By the way, I'm going to do another show tomorrow or Saturday. I'm going to do a Sebastian Bach track by track of his new album because everybody on the Facebook group is saying, "Oh, it's a great album. It sounds great." So we will be the judge together, either tomorrow or Saturday. Today, I'm going to play just a bunch of music and just talk about whatever I feel like talking about. Probably be mostly music, but I got some things to get off my chest to begin with. But first, let's play the brand new song from Torpedo Head. This song is called Razor Blade Love.
You got nothing but trash coming up your street. Love, you gotta raise the blade, love. Space word amplified to the unknown, like a thin renegade from another time zone. Love, you gotta raise the blade, love, yeah. Goddamn, tell me what is the plan? Goddamn, tell me what is the plan? I say, whoa, raise the blade, love. What we got, baby? Shotgun looted to the city dust roll. Like my heart bang frame in aluminum foil. Love, you gotta raise the blade, love, yeah. Venom lips on a dog face blade.
There you go. Brand new Torpedo Head. Sven has a second guitar player now, I believe. I'm not sure if the second guitar player is playing on this. I like that. It's really good. Thank you for letting me world premiere that one, Sven. Razorblade Love. I have been speaking to Sven because he sent off the new Handsome Dick Manitoba song to be mastered. So that's 2 new songs from Handsome Dick. Speaking of Handsome Dick, that is a little bit why my life is in the shitter right now. Let me open up this fine. I'm drinking Modelo in the can. Oh, the first one of the day is going to be. I'm anticipating it right now at 1:22 p.m. It's just the smell of it is making my mouth water. Oh, that's so good. Woo. So anyway, I don't know if you know or not, but Manitoba is playing the Rebellion Festival on August, the beginning of August. I think the 2nd or 3rd or 4th. And we're also doing some UK shows around then. And we were talking about possibly doing some shows in Sweden. They weren't really confirmed, but we had been talking about it. We weren't sure if we weren't sure if it was going to fit in the budget, staying that long, and everybody was talking about taking pay cuts and all this other stuff. But then this promoter, I think it's called Concerts Alive. They represent Connie Bloom, Electric Boys, Susie Quattro, a bunch of really good, well-respected groups, and they came through with a Swedish tour for us. So anyway. I had been planning on going on a vacation with my wife on August 19th, and when we booked it, I said, well, I'm doing this thing with Manitoba at the beginning of August. And said, okay, well, when should we book this? Give me time, good time to book this. I said, probably, the later part of August. And I figured, Manitoba, the UK thing will probably last a week at the most, and that'll give me time to do this. We're going to Africa, believe it or not. Yes. Please keep those donations coming, friends. Anyway, we're going to Africa. And so we booked it on August 19th, flying out. Well, they were talking about the Swedish tour, and they said, when is the latest we had the tour on the 17th was going to be a good festival on the 17th. And I said, I can't do the 17th, guys. I'm not going to make it back. I have to make it back in time because I'm really looking forward to this trip with my wife to Africa. So this is a dream of hers, a lifelong dream. I mean, she's been dreaming about this since she was a kid. And I do not want to step on my wife's dreams. So anyway, they came back and said, well, what is the latest show? What's the hypothetical last date you can do? And I said, well, it'd be cutting it really close, but August 16th is probably the latest day I could do it. And then didn't give it much thought. I'm thinking, well, maybe we won't even do the Swedish tour, so I won't really bring it up with my wife. So next thing I know, I get a flyer from the judge, who is the guy who represents Handsome Dick. And he's a good friend of mine and Handsome Dick's. And his brother Mark, John Capitan, is the undisputed unsung hero of the Handsome Dick Manitoba organization. And his brother Mark Capitan, they're 2 lawyers. John Capitan was either a superior court judge or a circuit court judge. I get those things confused. But he was a judge in Fresno, California. Now he's retired, and he's got a law practice with his brother. Well, Mark does the sound for the Manitoba organization. He's a great sound man. And the judge does merch, and he just kind of does tour managing and, is dealing with promoters and stuff like that. So anyway, I said, well, the 16th is going to be cutting it close, but I could probably do that. Not giving it much thought, thinking, it may not happen anyway, so I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Well, that bridge came, and I made a post on the Facebook with the dates. I don't have the dates in front of me. I will give you all the UK and the Swedish tour dates as the dates go closer. By the way, if you're in any of those countries and you're a friend of the Rock and Roll Geek Show, hit me up and I'll try to put you on the list, friends. Baboon Show's playing the Rebellion Festival. They're playing it on the weekend. We're doing Thursday. I'm really hoping I can meet the people from the Baboon Show because, as you know, they're one of my. I really want to meet those guys and girls, those guys and girls. I want to meet that band. So anyway, the date came up. I posted it on Facebook, and my wife saw it and said, "This is cutting it awfully damn close." You son of a... And I said, "Don't, I promise you, I'll make it. I will make it back in time." So here's what I have to do. I have to play all the way to the 16th, which is the last show's in Finland, on a small island in Finland. I got to get back to Stockholm or figure out how to get home from Finland and make it to that flight on August 19th. No, that's technically pretty feasible to do. I didn't really give it much thought. I could probably do it. Well, it's cutting it close, but my wife is really worried that I'm not going to make it, so she got extremely mad at me. And I've been in the doghouse now for the past 2 weeks, and by doghouse I mean, don't even look at me, doghouse. It's my own fault. I double booked my life. But listen, I'm 62 years old. I like playing music, and I love getting in a van with a bunch of guys and traveling and playing, setting up and playing gigs. And I also love traveling with my wife, so I've won it all. Yes, I'm greedy. But my wife is worried that I'm not going to make it back in time. I have to make it back in time. So I think I may have to get Mark, the judge's brother, who does sound. Those guys play in a Dictator's tribute band called Manifest Destiny in Fresno, California. So Mark can actually fill in for me on bass. So what's probably going to happen is I'm going to fly home on the 17th from Stockholm. And wait a minute. Here's the deal. So the 16th is the last gig, but it's difficult to get back to Stockholm it's difficult to get anywhere on the 17th from this remote island in Finland. I don't know what's the deal, but there's no ferry service. There's no flights out on the 17th. So Mark is probably going to fill in for me on that last Finland show. And then I'm going to fly home from Stockholm on the 17th. That'll give me 2 days because there's a 9-hour difference. So I am praying to the rock and roll gods and the vacation gods and Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, that I make it back in time to save my marriage. But as of now, I'm trying to deal with life. I'm up here in the mountain house right now by myself with 3 of the dogs. The wife left this morning. I came in from San Francisco yesterday. Let me take another sip of this fine Modelo. On top of that, I was supposed to go back to San Francisco to do a 1.5 week paint job on last Monday, the 27th. Not realizing that the wife was planning on driving to a dog show in St. Louis on Thursday, which is today. That job was supposed to last me 1.5 weeks. So me just being the total loser, selfish schmuck that I am, I again double booked my life. So I had to get in touch with the homeowner or the owner of this property and say, "Hey, listen, I gotta postpone this job. I have family obligation I have to take care of." So they said, "Okay." So I handled that, but I ended up doing a 3-day job in San Francisco and made it back last night to the mountain house. The wife left this morning to go to St. Louis for the dog show. She took one of the dogs, so I'm up here with 3 dogs. I got the place here by myself for 2 weeks. That gives me some time to decompress. It gives my daughter and her family. By the way, my daughter's about to have a kid. How you like this life, friends? My daughter's about to have a kid any day now. She's about to have my second grandchild. She's due like now. And so consequently, my daughter does not want me in the house of San Francisco. The one house that I own, Don's house. My wife and I own it. My daughter said we're not allowed to be in the house, so I got thrown out of my only house, which I understand. Who wants to live with their parents at age 34 when you got a second kid on the way and a husband who definitely doesn't want to live with his in-laws? If it was up to me, I would. I like having a big family around the house, so I had to get out of the house. She let me be there for 3 days to work. When I go back to do this job, I'm going to have to get a motel because I'm not going to be able to spend a week and a half at the San Francisco house. The rules have been changed for your friend Michael Butler. So I'm going to plead doing. I have to do that. And then I had a long talk with my son. He wants me completely retired. So does my daughter. So does my wife. I am very insecure about money, and if I am not. If I feel like I'm not making enough money to survive, because I'm living off a little over $1,000. When you get taxes taken out from Social Security at my age, it's less than $1,400. It's like $1,200. I'm not going to go through everything I make. So I'm making the little bit of retired Social Security money, a little bit of Airbnb money. That depends on how booked the thing is. And my wife and I split that up. And I'm insecure whether I'm going to be able to survive. And the donations for the Rock and Roll Geek Show. By the way, thank you very much, friends, for donating. rockandrollgeek.com. That pays for my beer, and it pays for the hosting, and it pretty much covers the expenses of the Rock and Roll Geek Show. Let me take another sip of this fine Pacific or Modelo. So that makes me insecure about money. And being a Capricorn... When I have money trouble, when I'm worried about money, I get really stressed out, and it shows, and it has an effect on everybody in my family. So consequently, my family would like me to be retired and just to be relaxing. I'd like to be doing that too. I'd like to be making enough money. If the donations were more, no, I mean, I'm not trying to make you feel guilty, friends, but well, how they say on the pledge drives, if you're not contributing, you're stealing. Is that what they tell you on PBS? I don't know. Anyway, so that is all going on in my life. Trying to juggle paint jobs, trying to respect my daughter and my family for, trying to raise a family without having their parents around and the in-laws. Trying to please my wife, take care of the dogs, play rock and roll. Yes, I'm greedy. I want it all, friends. I want it all. I want it all. So that is what's going on in my life. I am here now for 2 weeks. The wife is taking one of the dogs up to St. Louis for the Purina Dog Show or some dog show that lasts several days. And she's going to be gone for like 2 weeks. She's driving to St. Louis. That's like a 24-hour drive if you were to drive straight through. So she's going to be giving herself 3 days there, 3 days back. Then she's going to be at the dog show for 4 days, I'm guessing. So I'm here by myself and for 2 weeks, which I'm looking forward to. And I'm sure my wife is looking forward to having some alone time too, with just her and the dogs and doing what she loves. She loves doing the dog show stuff. I love playing rock and roll. Why can't we all do what we truly love to do, friends? At this age, it doesn't mean I love my wife any less, and I'm assuming it doesn't mean my wife loves me any less. Boo hoo, boo hoo. Pour me another Modelo. Let's play another song, shall we? By the way, I'll thank the donors soon. So this is going to be mostly music on today's episode. When I record demos and stuff, when I'm making up tunes, I have Logic Pro on my computer. I have a Mac Mini up here, and when I'm doing demos, I have Logic Pro, and they just came out with a new update for Logic Pro. It has this thing called a stem splitter. and you can you hit this thing, stem splitter, you can put a stereo file in there, and you take the stem splitter and you do something, and it splits that stereo file into all separate tracks. This is a little bit nerdy talk, but bear with me, friends. So I was reading up on the features. That's one of the things it does. And supposedly it has AI that it gives you session musicians, and the AI is bullshit. I thought it was like you can come up with a riff and you can put your guitar track in there, and then it will record drums and bass and all that to go with it. No. You can lay a drum tracking down, and then you can put your shit over their AI. But that's bullshit. But what I did like is the stem splitter. And I got this idea. I had a band called the Flexipleasers with Mike Voss, who was in a great band called Los Alvadados and Drunk Engines. They were the same band, but they had an alter ego band, Drunk Engines. They were like a skate punk band from the Bay Area. And Tom Venegas and Jim Bailey, who's one of the greatest rock and roll drummers. He's Charlie Watts reincarnated. He's probably one of the best drummers in California. And Tom Venegas, ripping guitar player. And Mike Voss played guitar, and he and I wrote the tunes. I played bass and sang, and he played guitar and sang. He had a great guitar tone, too. He had this high watt, this 50-watt high watt. I think it was a 50-watt. Great fucking guitar tone in a black Les Paul custom. Anyway, so I got this idea because we recorded an album called Beautiful Music for Beautiful People, and then we were working on our next album. We had an entire next album written, and we went into the studio. Pop Smear Records put us in the studio, or he recorded, this guy Scott from Pop Smear Records, and we were going to do a bonus record on the new record. Was going to be all hidden tracks. So when the last track played, you know how they used to have hidden tracks that would go for like 30 seconds, and then if you stuck around, there would be bonus tracks. We were going to make all one track, an entire record of covers. We had 8 covers we recorded, and the songs I had, the versions I had recorded sounded like garbage. It sounded like it was recorded from a cassette tape or something. And I thought, well, I can take the stem splitter from Logic, because the performances on these songs were I thought were really good. So I can take the stem splitter in Logic and split them and try to fix the bass tracks and fix the bass track and fix the drum tracks. And also in the new Logic, you can take a drum track. Once you split the tracks, you can take a drum track and split that into kick, drum, snare, and toms. So I thought, well, maybe I can get this thing to sound better. And I tried to do it, and I got it to sound a little bit better, and I redid some bass stuff, and so I got a wild hair up my ass to contact. This is a long story to play a song for you, friends, but bear with me. So I got a wild hair up of my ass to contact the drummer and say, hey man, Jim, would you be interested in maybe redoing these drum tracks? Because what I have here is very cymbal heavy, and the bass playing the bass track is non-existent. So if you re-record the drums and I re-record the bass, maybe we can get this thing good enough to release. So he started doing it, and then somehow Tom came in onto this thread, and I got a text from Tom he said, listen to this version of these songs. And I listened to it, and I said, damn, that sounds pretty fucking good. What'd you do, remix it? He goes, no, I have the master CD in my house. So I said, well, what am I doing here? Trying to re-record tracks? This sounds pretty fucking good. It's not mastered, but the quality is way better than what I have. So then we got talking. I'm going to take a sip of another sip of this fine Modelo. Drinking in the daytime, friends, at 1:40. So now we all got a text thread going. Let's get together and jam some old Flexipleasers tunes. Get the boys back together. Have a poker game. Take Butler's money and play some poker. And because Tom was going, man, these songs sound pretty damn good. If you guys ever want to get together and jam, let's do it. And I said, well, let's do it, man. I'm only in 4 bands. Why not? So now we're talking about getting together and reforming the Flexipleasers and at least getting together and playing for fun and maybe doing a gig or two. And maybe putting these covers out and try to figure out if we can remember how this new album sounded, because we never recorded the new album. We did a few songs at Neil Smith's place, who was the guitar player for Stevie Stiletto. And speaking of Stevie Stiletto, I'm getting Jimmy DeVito, the guy who engineered and produced all the Stevie Stiletto stuff. St. Augustine, Florida. I have not spoken to that guy in 40 years. I'm getting him on the show. We're going to talk old times. That's going to happen hopefully this weekend. Anyway, we recorded some of the new songs at Neil Smith's place, and he doesn't have the recordings. I don't have the recordings. So we're going to get together and maybe see if we can remember how these new songs went and maybe work on those. So anyway, so now that leads me to this song I'm going to play for you. The Flexipleasers, bunch of covers. I may have played some of these on the show before, but the quality was horrendous. This quality is a little bit better. This is the Flexipleasers doing a cover of a Vibrators tune called Baby Baby. This is your friend Michael Butler on vocals and bass, Mike Voss on guitar, Tom Venegas on guitar, Jim Bailey on drums. Baby Baby, Vibrators cover. Here you go. Oh, what's going on here? Why is this not playing? Oh, let's see. What is going on here? Let me pause this and see if I can figure it out. Okay, I think I have it figured out. Here's Baby Baby from the Flexipleasers doing a Baby Baby of old Vibrators song. Here we go! There you go. Flexipleasers with your friend Michael Butler on lead vocals. Baby Baby. Vibrators tune. All right. Let's thank some people who donated to the Rock and Roll Geek Show, shall we? It's been a while since I've thanked people. When's the last time I did a show? It's been going on 2 weeks. I apologize for the delay, but you're going to get a bunch of shows this week, friends. I'll make up for it. The Sebastian Bach episode, the track by track, which I'm going to do tomorrow or Saturday, will be a bonus. So I will not, the Patreon people, they pay, I get, when the Patreon donors donate, they I get paid every episode for what they donate. So I'm not going to bill them. They're not going to get charged for that one. So it usually doesn't show up on the Patreon. I'm sure there's better ways to do that, but I'm not technical stuff ain't me forte. Anyway, that will be a bonus episode. You won't be charged for that one if you're a Patreon donor. Where am I going with this? I don't know. That will be a bonus episode. Let me find what to play in the background here. Recently added. This was sent to me by Kirk Crawford. There's been talk about the new Black Crowes, and Chris and Rich Robinson, I think they have a record label. And on the record label is this guy, Billy Tibbles, who I saw play at a really, really small dive in San Francisco with the Uni Boys. The place was called the Knockout Room or something like that. Hipster bar. The clientele is not my kind of people, but it was a dive bar, and the Billy Tibbles guy was really good. He looks like he's about 18 years old, and he's on Chris Robinson's label. I'm not sure what their label is, but anyway, Kirk Crawford sent me this, and I'm going to play this in the background while I thank the donors. The record is called Nightlife Stories. The artist is called Billy Tibbles, British kid. Nice power pop. You really like my limousine. All right, friends, there are several ways you can donate to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. My favorite way is Venmo, because they don't take any fees out. Venmo ID is at Michael-Butler-11. Michael spelled Michael-Butler-11. Tim Schall, $50. Kirk Crawford, $50. Gary Goodman, new donor, $20. Richard Fusey, the sheriff, $10.99. Richard Fusey again with a $9.99 donation. Stephen Cohen, $5. Stephen Bailey, $2. That's the Venmo. But Billy Tibbles was really good live, by the way. The guy rocked out on stage, and he moved around a lot, really campy, and I liked him a lot. So if Billy Tibbles is coming to Europe, by the way, Billy Tibbles is opening for the Black Crowes on their tour, if that tour is still going on. And some of the guys in the Uni Boys are his backing band. Thank you to the people who donated on Patreon, patreon.com/RNRGeek. By the way, you can just go to hit the donate button on rockandrollgeek.com, and that'll tell you all the ways to donate. Joe Pawlak, my bodyguard, $16.66. Dan Gerawan, $15. Kirk Crawford, another $12.77. Fred and Ginny Bunke, $10. Joseph Coyne, $10. John Scott, writer of the great book Tom Petty and Me, $8. Friend of the show and friend of mine, Michael Street, $7.50. Cole Thornton, $6.24. Dave Slusher. Yes, he jumped ship, but he still donates, $5.55. Brad Schultz, $5. Brad Shick, $5. Brian Springer, $5. Chiaki Hinohara, who I miss dearly, going out to dinner with, $5. Danny Borden, shitty dude, $5 donation. Erik Klein, $5. How about the next? Nobody Knows? Nobody knows. Come on, Billy. Erik Klein, $5. James Shapiro, $5. Jamie Jefford, $5. Justin Lefkowitz, $5. Martin Clawley, $5. Mike Brown, one of my oldest friends in the world, $5. Nadi Itani, $5. Patrick Shanahan, $5. Paul Smith, $5. Robert Harvey, $5. Steve Trice, $5. Ted Wilbrecht, $5. Eric Stoll, $5. Eric Stoll, $4. Mike Hellier, £4. Dan McBride, $3. Mike Dixon, $3. Chad Burns, $2.50. Paul Rube, $2.25. Adrian Boschon, Bosch Rock on the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook page, which I did not create, but I do. Rude people just got to answer 2 questions so that I know you're not one of those people standing outside of a courtroom with your signs terrorizing democracy. Thank you, Adrian Boschon, for the $2. Adrian Boschon, if you're in the UK, let's meet up, friends, and have a beer. I think we're playing a really cool club in London called the Underworld. I'm really looking forward to going over there. Amy Bowen, $2. Bruce McMillan, $2. Paul Underwood, maker of Underwood Fine Barbecue Sauce, $2. Erik the Rock and Roll Plebe, $142. I think Paul Underwood jumped ship too because, but he's still donating because I've been asking for some barbecue sauce for about 2 years now. Erik the Rock and Roll Plebe, $142. 3 Legs, 4 Wheels, $1. Arnie Stash, $1. Corey Kohler, $1. Thank you to everybody who donates on the Patreon. I take a sip of this fine Pacific or Modelo to you. How about Dream Away, the last song, ballad. Mama!
We found our childhood dream.
PayPal donors, Dave Franco, $20. Blake Johnston, the Rock and Roll Brian Cranston, $20. Richard Strom, $20. Greg Brofer, who I'm still praying for every night, Greg Brofer. Praying for you and yours, $20. Stephen LaPerriere, the Rock and Roll French Canadian, $20. Jeff and Sherry Key, $20. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, $20? Jeff and Sherry Thiel, $10. Todd Cunningham, friend of mine and friend of the show, $10. Dave Jackson in the School of Podcasting, $10. BJ Lisco, $10. Jason Shepard, $10. James Venners, $10. Ralph Miller, friend of mine and friend of the show, who I was supposed to go to Daryl Hall and John Oates, or no, just Daryl Hall and Elvis Costello on the 10th. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to go because the dogs are up here and the wife's going to be gone. What am I going to do? My life is fucked. Pissing off friends of the show right and left. William Bell, $10. John Tennis, $5. Andrew Howe, $5. Greg Long, $5. I'll text you, Ralph Miller, and we'll figure this shit out. Andrew Howe, $5. Greg Long, $5. Benjamin Muller, $5. Rachel Rosenberg, Hubba, $5 donation. Christopher Del Grande, $5. Maybe Chris will go with Ralph, or maybe John Nashett. Brett Garski, $5. I really want to see that show too. I like Daryl Hall. And I like Elvis Costello. Greg Long, $5. Did I say Andrew Howe already $5? John Tennis, $5. William Bell, $5, probably. William Bell, $10. Jay Slesniewski, $5. Brett Garski, $5. Peter Spark, $5. Keenan O'Meara, $5. Kai Matsuda, $2. William Moffat, $2. John Offenlock, $5. Where am I here? Oh, this is $5. I'm getting these people out of order here. Lasse Satvenhagen, $2. Brian Gradage, $2. Stephen Mascord, $2. Sigmund Hagash, Heidacher, $5. Oh, I'm all screwed up with these numbers. Chad Kiffmeyer, $2. Deborah Dreyfus, $2. Philip Vermeulen, $2. Vincent Creamy, $2. Dave Alexander, $2. Adam Gerstein, $2. Adam Brichet, $2. Adam Croft, $2. Whether you donate $2, $100, $1,000, well, I'd like more if you donate $1,000, but I appreciate every penny that's donated to the Rock and Roll Geek Show, friends. I take a sip of this fine Modelo to everybody who donates to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. Enjoy this Billy Tibbles tune while I contemplate my wonderful life. I have so much to be thankful for. I really do. Why am I worried? And why am I bummed? I'm not. I just want everybody to be happy, including me. Is that too much to ask? Thank you, Billy Tibbles. Very nice lines intertwining. All right. Okay. Since we last spoke, there was a new Helicopters song released called Stay With You. Why don't we play that now? It's on Nuclear Blast Records. And it sounds pretty damn good. Here's a brand new Helicopters, Stay With You. I'm playing this on the YouTube here. There you go, brand new Helicopters. That guitar solo was played by the singer Nicky Anderson. Is that his name, Nicky Anderson? I think so. Dragon is playing a really cool ES-335 with a one of those Paul Stanley broken mirror finish. You know, that the Iceman that Paul Stanley plays got a broken mirror. Well, he's got a ES-335 with a broken mirror thing. I say that because I believe Dragon has something to do with this Swedish tour that we're doing. He's friends with Scotty, the drummer. And I think he's helping us out with the gear and possibly with the booking agent as well. So Dragon doesn't listen to this show, but thank you, Dragon. I look forward to hopefully seeing you at one of these shows. I think Dragon is a Dictators fan too, so that would be cool if I meet Dragon. The not Flex Blues, but American Heartbreak did a tour with Backyard Babies, and we also played some shows with the Helicopters. The Backyard Babies were not very nice to the American Heartbreak boys, but the Helicopters, on the other hand, They couldn't have been nicer group of guys that you ever want to meet. We played. I think we played Vegas with helicopters, and we played San Diego with the helicopters. Really super nice guys. Both of those bands, fantastic bands, as you well know. All right. That was Helicopters, Stay With You. I heard this new song from Slash featuring Demi Lovato. Papa was rolling. So now I so much don't want to like Slash, but let me open up the second beer here. I'm going to finish this one. Oh, that's good. Why do I not want to like Slash? I don't know. I have no reason not to like Slash. The guy's a great guitar player. The top hat, probably. But anyway, he's got a new song. His album, what is it called? I don't know. Village of the Damned or something like that. That's not the name. Orgy of the Damned or something like that. It's named after a horror movie. And he played guitar on Demi Lovato's album, and I guess she returned the favor by singing on Slash's new album, which is a blues album. I gotta say, man, this sounds really, really fucking good. The song is like 8 minutes long. I'll play a little bit. This bass player's a badass. This is Papa Was a Rolling Stone. They do it pretty true. What happened here? They play pretty true to the original, but it sounds really good. I won't play the entire song, but we'll hear a little bit of it. Bass player's named Johnny Dreppier or something. And Demi Lovato's singing, and she sounds great. Slash playing a talk box. The background vocals, besides Demi Lovato singing her own backgrounds, the background vocals are Slash doing a talk box. And it sounds good.
It was the 3rd of September. That day I'll always remember, yes I will. 'Cause that was the day that my daddy died. I never got a chance to see him. Never heard nothing but bad things about him. Mama, I'm dependent on you.
Listen to the bass.
Tell me the truth. Mama just hung her head and said, Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, all he left us was alone. Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, all he left us was alone.
I will see if I can get it to Slash a guitar solo here. Listen to that bass. All right, there you go. New Slash. I just thought I would get it out there. I will give credit where credit is due. The other guitar player's a badass too. He's got a great group of musicians. I might have to pick this record up. I like a good blues record or soul, whatever you call it. And Demi Lovato, I'm not crazy, you know, she's non-binary, whatever that means. I don't care about that, but she is extremely cute.
I heard Papa call himself a jack of all.
Excuse me, they are extremely
That would
cute.
send Papa to an early grave. Folks say Papa would beg, borrow, steal to pay his bills. Hey, Mama, folks say Papa never was much on thinking. Spent most of his time chasing women and drinking. Mama, I'm dependent on you to tell me the truth. Mama looked up with a tear in her eye and said, Papa was
She's a kid, she's singing this pretty true.
wherever he laid his head was his home. And when he died, all he left us was alone. Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his head was his home. And when he died,
All right, there you go.
all he left us was alone.
Again, I'm giving credit where credit's due. What's the name of his album? Let me see. The album's called Orgy of the Damned. It's got Billy Gibbons, Chris Robinson, Beth Hart, Tash Neal, Iggy Pop, Demi Lovato, and a bunch more. That's an album I would listen. I don't know about the whole album, but this song I'd listen to over and over again. It sounds fucking great. rockandrollgeek@gmail.com with your hate mail. I'll give credit where credit is due. That is good. No, it's better than good. What am I talking? It's fucking great. Again, if you disagree with me, send an email to rockandrollgeek@gmail.com with the subject line Butler. How dare you? Unsubscribed. Put that in the subject line. Okay. I'm getting, do you hear those dings? Yeah, somehow I got iMessage put up on this Mac Mini, and there's the Flexipleasers thread is going off right and left. I apologize, but that's what it is. All right, another new song, or it's not, actually this is not a new song, but this was sent to me by Freeman Promotions. I already have this, but Sulo, the singer for Diamond Dogs, I've had this record for a long time, but there's a bunch of bonus tracks as well. Sulo, this is what the press release says. Rough Diamonds plus rare gems and rowdy tracks from a guy named Sulo. Sulo Carlson, he's also Swedish. Hey, Sulo, if you know Sulo, have him, please ask him to come to the Handsome Dick Man at one of the Handsome Dick shows, because I can't turn this off. I don't know how to turn off those dings, friends. I don't know what to do. I'm sorry. I can't do it, but just bear with me. If you know Sulo if you know Sulo, please ask him to come to one of these Handsome Dick Manitoba shows, and tell him that the bass player for Handsome Dick Manitoba is a huge fan. This guy is a major, major, major talent. Sulo Carlson stands out as one. Is that how you pronounce it? Sulo Carlson. I think so. Stands out as one of Sweden's most prolific singer. I can't read. Sulo stands out as one of Sweden's most prolific singer-songwriters. He embarked on his professional journey in the early 90s, forging a partnership with producer Mac Martin. This collaboration led to his first record deal as the lead singer and songwriter for the Swedish glam rockers Diamond Dogs. By the way, I have been playing Diamond Dogs since over 15 years ago when I was doing the Rock and Roll Geek IndieCast for Mevio. I got him on the podcast, Podsafe Music Network, everything. Since then, Sulo has been immersed in work and tours with an array of artists, including Ian Hunter, Hanoi Rocks, Chris Spedding, Paul Young, Terry Reid, Wilco Johnson, Crystal Gale, and Janice Ian, among others. In 2012, he co-founded the UK band The Crunch, I got them on the Pod Save Music Network too, alongside Terry Chimes from The Clash, Dave Traguna from Sam 69, and Mick Gegas from Cockney Rejects. His songwriting prowess spans across various genres, from pop to heavy rock and roll, melodic punk to country, soul, blues, and rock and jazz. That not the most recent Diamond Dogs, but the one before that, they put out a double album. That was like number 4 or something like that in my top 10 albums of that year, 2 years ago. Beyond music, Sulo is an accomplished author with 5 published books to his name. Additionally, he has released 4 albums where he set music to the poetry of other authors, including Ernest Brunner and Gary Johnson. The re-release, that's where we are here, the re-release of Sulo's debut album called Rough Diamonds, which I've had since it was out, long out of stock and previously unavailable on vinyl or digital platforms, offers fans and new listeners alike a rare opportunity to experience the origins of his solo career with an updated accessibility. A dual journey, the original Rough Diamonds album paired with the rare gems and rowdy tracks, offers a dual journey through Sulo's punky glam beginnings into his wider musical explorations, showcasing his versatility and depth as a songwriter and performer. Star-studded collaborations highlighting the impressive roster of guest artists such as Nikki Anderson from the Helicopters, Dragan from the Backyard Babies and Helicopters, Brian Robertson from Thin Lizzy, Crystal Gale, among others, emphasizing the respect and recognition Sulo commands among peers and diverse musical genres. All right. That's what I'm going to play for you, friends. A brand new, or it's not really brand new, but this is from Rough Diamonds, that is out now. Is it out now? Let's see. When is the release date here? No, released June 14th. You'll be able to get this. All right, let me see if I can find it here. What am I looking for? Bear with me. Let me take a sip of this fine Modelo. Oh, that's good. Okay. Here is Weekend Monster from the great Sulo. Again, if you know Sulo, please ask him to come to one of these Handsome Dick Manitoba shows. I'll put him on the list. I will treat him like a king. He will get first-class treatment. I'll give him every beer I have. I won't suck his dick or give him a hand job, but I will do everything short of that. Weekend Monster from Sulo.
Don't know what it's going to be.
There you go, the great Sulo. Do yourself a favor and pick that up, because that guy's a major fucking talent. All right, I'm going to play one more song before we get out of here. I just found this on the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group from Stephen Mascord, posted it yesterday. Brand new Angels song. Yes, Angels do not have Doc Neeson anymore. They got what's that guy's name from what's that? Oh God, that guy from that band. Oh shit, who's the fucking singer? Oh, why can't I remember the name of that band? It's on the tip of my head. You know who I'm talking about. Screaming Jets. Was it Dave Gleason? Screaming Jets. Brand new song from the Angels. I have not heard this song, but the comments, Phil Robbins says, my wheelhouse. Granted, I have plenty of big wheelhouse, but this is really good. All right, we're going to listen to it for the first time together. I will give you my comments as we're hearing it, but this is going to be the closing song of the show. Thank you for listening, friends. And thank you for listening to me ramble like a little pussy and everything. But, that's what this show's about. Me telling you about my life and doing what I do. That's what makes this podcast different than every other podcast out there. And that's what I think sets this podcast apart from others. Is it better than others? No. But it's no more honest podcast than this one, friends. I challenge you to find one that's more honest than this one. rockandrollgeek.com is where you can find it. Send me an email, rockandrollgeek@gmail.com. Find me on the Facebook, R&R Geek. Find me on the Twitter, R&R Geek. Find me on the Instagram, Rock and Roll Geek, Don't Ask. If you are not on the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group, you need to be, because you'll find shit like this from Stephen Mascord. Also, there's a new Handsome Dick Manitoba Facebook page. We have taken over his social media because, bless Manitoba's heart, he posts on his stuff. He mainly posts his opinions and his stuff about his son and all that. But we're trying to get his brand in order. It's a long process. Manitoba's the real deal, and when you deal with people who are the real deal, sometimes you deal with eccentric personalities, and that's why I love the man. Anyway, there's a new Handsome Dick Manitoba page. If you're a Facebook friend, I probably already invited you. There's everything, nothing but Handsome Dick Manitoba. So that's where you should go for all your information about him. What else do I have to say? Nothing. Thank you, everybody who donates to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. Please keep the donations coming, friends. It's a value for value. If you get any value out of this, please contribute what you can, friends. If you don't have any money, or if you don't think this show brings you any value, don't contribute anything. But if you do get any value, help your brother out, friends, because I'm retired/unemployed, and I'm burping up Modelo like there's no tomorrow. All right, here's brand new Angels. Do they have a new album coming out? I don't know. Let's hit the YouTube link and see what it says. 99, Go for Broke on Mushroom Records. Produced by Rick Brewster, John Brewster.
When you buy music gear from
Sam
Sweetwater,
Brewster.
you get more than just what's in the box.
How do I turn
a whole lot
how
more.
do I turn the volume off? I don't know who Sam Brewster is. I didn't know they had another brother. Composer and lyricist Sam Brewster, and composer and lyricist Nick Norton. All right, I'm assuming that the guy from Screaming Jets is still singing. We'll listen to it together. Here's 99, Go for Broke. I like it.
Convictions to surrender. Collect a token passcode.
My wheelhouse too.
People on plastic.
Big +1.
Glory for gold. Bankers, execs, politicians, success. Is this shit getting old? Why don't we go for broke? No ceiling to the greed. Only choice for the 99 is to cut and bleed. Why don't we go for broke? No ceiling
son. We ain't inclined towards reason. It's a game with a zero sum. Waxworks and glass towers inject confected currency. It's fool's gold. A perverted outcome.
All right, friends, thank you for listening. I'll talk to you tomorrow or the next day.
There's a shortcut to platinum.
It's a rock and roll geek train wreck.